In today's video, I'll be doing a world tour in Minecraft. Before we get started, can we hit 10,000 subscribers by end of the year? We are at 3,000 subscribers. Let's begin the tour. Here we got my first pyramid. Inside I have a garden, so let's take a look. I built this back in 2024 in May. At first, I have no idea what to put inside. I don't have any watermelon or pumpkins in here because it got a little annoying to harvest, mostly because of the room. The interior took me a while to think about, but I figured it out what to do. It could use some work, that's why I'm making a new one. I have the sugar canes up on top because they can grow better, and it looks nice up there. Now the storage room for my garden and animal farm, which you gonna see later in this video, so stay tuned for it. I don't think I have any ideas for the interior for the storage room yet, but I'll think of some. If you have any ideas for the interior of anything that I didn't do, you can comment what ideas or suggestions. This build took me a week. I think it has been 2 years since I built it. I don't know why I even add the fences in the middle of the pathway. Now onto my city. I am kinda struggling to build because of timing and other projects I am working on. I started building my city back on my first year of this world. The only reason I started working on the city project because I was building up resources and I wanted to build something. First up is my tower, aka Bob's Tower. I need to put my name on there. I built early 2025, maybe late 2024. After I built Bob's Tower, I built my brother a tower. Same size as mine but different, switch the resources around. I do need to put carpet in the towers that mobs don't spawn in there when I decide what to do with the inside. Maybe I should put offices in there. I don't know why I put them so close together, they could be more spaced out more, but this should be fine. Over here is where a skyscraper and a penthouse I built here back in 2024. I removed them because I need the resources for my project and I wanted to make new ones but better since my build skills are good now. Now my first builds of my city, which is the Twin Towers. One of them is for storage for trades with other players that are rich but don't want to make the resources. And the other one is for banking. So right now they are just decoration. They do look nice at night time. Here soon I do want to work on doing all the interior of the city's buildings. Now this tower is the Cave Bunkers Tower, which is part cave bunker part city. Took me a little bit to build because I had to deal with slime attacking me. Another tower, I put my friend's name on there. I was kinda surprised that I made it in a different block than my usual resources. I was planning to make it the same size as Bob's Tower, but of course I kinda messed up, but that doesn't matter to me because it's worth the build. Over here I'm expanding over here mostly because I need the resources for my project. I am planning to build another tower for another friend of mine. I get distracted from doing other things in the world. I might start building this tower later this month. I probably just start with the walls because all the resources I want to use for the floors is going to the project. I had a wall up between my main buildings I use and my city. I took it down, and it's the same reason as the buildings I took down. And I want to build a new one to look cooler. Now here is my villager hall. I built this back in September of 2025. I made a video on it which you should watch if you are interested how I build it. I had flattened the land for this and that took me 3 weeks to do it. And this build took me a week just to build. I have signs on each villager's area that I know what kind of trades they do. The only downside getting the villagers in here is getting them from all the villages, and I'm planning to do it by rail. I'm just start with my village that I can take it down, and besides they can live in the city. And this is the last building of my city, and yes, I am planning to make more buildings. I was planning to name my city New York, but I kinda like Republic City better. I got that idea from my favorite series, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you have any build ideas for Republic City, you can tell me in the comments. Now my tree farm. The only reason I have a tree farm because I'm using it for fuel for my factories, but before I give it to them I put it into my coal factory, which you are gonna see in little bit. I probably should move the tree farm to more appropriate spot, but this is all the space for it, and close to my factory. I do collect the saplings and the sticks, because I can use the saplings and turn them into bone meal, and the sticks for the trades for the villagers. I storage the saplings at the pyramid and the sticks in my castle until I build a trading hall storage. But I place them in these chests that I don't go back and forth and just focus on getting the wood in the factory and worry about until they are full or when I'm done. So if I just use regular coal them I'll be mining a lot, so that's why I have a tree farm and a factory. Now we can see my smooth stone factory. I designed this factory that don't need to do anything other than putting coal and cobblestone in the factory. It took me a little bit to build it, and of course little bit of struggle, but figured it out. I did build this back in 2024, and I used it good when I unflatting land out. And so far this build has no problems. As you can tell, it's out of business until I get the cobblestone from Republic City you saw. We got storage in the back that I can stay near that it can continue to smelt when it's almost full. The best thing about this factory is I get double the XP when I decide to collect it. Now on to the next factory. The 3 over here minus the smooth stone factory is the first 3 factory I built. I got coal, glass, and cooking food factories. I had one of them as a smooth and brick stone factory. I built all these while I was building my castle, which is back in 2023, my first year of the world. This is what my other factories look like other than my smooth stone factory. When I'm waiting for them to smelt, I usually watch some YouTube or movie or a show. It's very useful that I don't have to wait for waiting on few stacks for something I want to smelt it and getting 20 stacks per factory. If I didn't have them, then I wouldn't have all these builds and be behind of my plans or just have to wait longer. I did used to do that, so that's why I built it during the process of the castle. Now the cave bunker. I am still building it. I just thinking what I want to put down there. I built the stairs first. My friend made the elevator, which shout out to him. You can check his channel out. Down we go. I'm taking a break from working on the cave bunker other than getting some deep slate for my builds. My friend did really good job on this elevator, and yes, he was some of my videos. They should be on the screen that you can check it out. Now we can check out my own villager hall for special villagers, but I am thinking that I might change it into a storage area for the villager hall, so might do that. I got some villagers down here, but I hardly use them, so I'll just move them to the villager hall. Getting villagers down here is kinda a challenge, that's why I stopped putting them down here and just focusing on other things. If you made it this far, comment what's your favorite build you love. If this video gets 5 likes, I'll make a video my top 5 builds that I like, and I'll explain more about them. Now moving on to the rest of the cave bunker. I need to put more stuff down here. Over here is the cave bunker's tower. That tower took me over a week to build. Doing the floors was getting on my nerves because slime keep attacking me. Here soon I'll put carpet in there. I just need to decide what color or colors to put in there. Now we got the lave fountain, which would need some work. I got those chests there because for that tower's building supplies, but now it's just there when I expanded the cave bunker and just storage stuff there. So this is what I built down here. I got really nothing down there other than a hallway, which is really nothing special about that, but I might build into a room for something. The flooring took a lots of smooth stone, but I am kinda thinking redesigning the flooring and making good walls. I just need some ideas or suggestions. I'll just watch some videos and decide and make some suggestions. I'm not gonna show the rest of the cave bunker because I got nothing to show down there other than that I got nothing else down here, so show. Another friend helped me build this staircase, but I'm thinking about removing or just replacing something way better, but I'll think about when I finish taking it down. So there's the cave bunker, and if you guys are wondering, I started building this is August of 2024. Finally sunlight after 10 years in the cave bunker. I hope I don't go blind after seeing light. The next thing is the warehouses for the factories. I built them because all of my factories are gonna be full and might not use those resources right away. The warehouses is that there was used to be my friends' houses, but I took them down since both of them don't play Minecraft that much. All I have in there is large chest. So nothing special in there. I have 6 warehouses just like I have 6 factories. I could have made them in the cave bunker, but that means I have to go back and forth if I want to do a big project, which I am doing. Now my friend's base you gonna see in a second, but he took it done for some reason, and I used to have another friend base need to my other friend. I took my friend's base down because he hasn't been on Minecraft or my world over a year. I was gonna give his space to my that friend who built the elevator for the cave bunker. Over here is my other 2 factors. One is for brickstone, and the other is for copper, which I use for pathways. I might well use them in the cave bunker.
I do use one of them for cooking my food, and I'm not adding a room for that in my castle. I'm thinking about adding the factories in the cave bunker. I might have to add a rail system for all those resources that I don't go back and forth for the warehouses.
Now my animal farm, I've been mostly using the sheep farm because I need carpet for my castle, and now my new project. I might have to expand these farms that I don't need to back and forth with the killing with the sheep. I only have the main for animals because I need the food and the resources with that animal. I used to have the animal farm in the pyramid. I decided to take it down because it was kind of laggy when I eat food when I have too much animals. So I moved it over here. Took me a little over a month to build because I keep getting distracted. The next thing I built but still working on it is the tracks. I built the tracks to the desert. I built it because I harvest the sand for my glass factory. I was tried going back and forth every time I fill up my inventory. I have the walls made of snow, and I made the tracks into powered rails, which is the most expensive and best tracks, and the other resources is my usual resources I use, and I use deep slate too. And I am planning to make the tracks to my new project for my garden to be at that I don't have to do lots of trips. I might build a desert building near the future, but I have to flatten the area, and I can get the villagers from the village from the desert villages. These tracks will make it easier for me for the resources. Now on to my castle. I started the foundation in May of 2023 and finished in August of 2023. Took me a while to fill the dirt under my castle. I started building my castle late July, early August and finished in September. But not done doing the interior and making the rooms looking more like the rooms I wanted to be. I did flatten the land around my castle. I don't really like having land up high where it used to be, and I don't know if I want to build up that part. I kinda want to make my castle bigger, but making a new one seems like a better idea. I might well start planning to build a new castle, and way better one. Before I go in my castle, I got two more things to show you. The first thing is my to-do board. I have 3 sections, and they are to-do, projects, and future builds. I should make a new board to look more cooler and bigger that I can add more stuff to the board. I might have to put it somewhere else or just leave it here. I got time to decide what to do with this to-do board. Now my mod grinder. I don't use it because hardly any mods spawn, so I'll just make a new one here soon. I might make a video how to make a mod grinder. And there's my village here soon. They will be in my city, in the villager hall. So here is my village looks like. I decided to upgrade their houses to different resources. I regret it because looks kinda bad, but now it doesn't matter because all the villagers will be in the villager hall and the houses and pathway will be taken down. Now my castle. I managed to build the stairs in one day. I have a welcoming room and I want to take it down and looks like the stairs too, and I might redesign that too, so I'll do it here soon. So this is the welcome room, or known as the entrance to my castle, which I want to take down. On the first floor I have 8 rooms total and 4 of them are storage rooms. The first room I'm gonna show you is the library room. I want to do something better than all this. Not too long ago, like couple months ago, I was making some changes in the castle. The next room is the map room. I stopped exploring in 2023 because you guess if I got distracted as usual, like I said a few times in this video. I did a lots of exploring back in 2023, so I guess why I got distracted. Now the next 2 rooms are storage rooms. One storage room is for dirt because I don't know where to make a storage area, and the other storage room is the construction room, like the stuff I need to build my builds. I got nothing in my dirt room because my project and the other room has plenty of resources, but not full luckily, because I have think of something to use them for something. Here's some resources I have got when I clear some land and some things from the cave bunker. I don't know when is my next Minecraft is, but my next Minecraft is about all the updates of my project. I think it might gonna be in July for all those updates, but I'll think of something like how to build maybe a mansion. Now the other half of the castle for the first floor. That side really isn't that bad, but I'll show it to you anyway. The next room is the weapons room, like for arrows and other things. I don't really pay attention to those stuff because I am just a builder. The next room is the position room. I haven't used this room because I need get a blaze rod for the fuel, so it might take a while to use it. The last 2 rooms are just storage rooms. I haven't decided to make them the storage of something. The 4 storage rooms I was planning to make them into cool bedrooms for my guests, but I changed my mind and I can just build a hotel anyway. Now finally the top floor, and it has a good interior design too. It took me like a week to do and gather the materials. I could use some wood. I think some of you guys will like it. I am planning what to do for the interior for the first floor. I'll just have to look at some videos. I have 2 rooms on each side. One room is for the stuff I use for quick grab and go if I can find it, and the other room is the vault. In the vault I have iron and stuff like those things. Now on to my lastest build. I finished this coming build sometime in February or March. The prison took me a couple weeks just to build. There are 4 floors. At first I was thinking to make it to the sky limit, but I changed my mind. Here soon I'll put some carpet in there and some villagers if they don't do their trades at the villager hall. Here is the inside of the prison. In my opinion it could use some color, but prisoners don't need that much color, so I just might use orange for the carpet. As you can see in the distance, you can see my project, but I'm not gonna show you it because I don't want to ruin the surprise for the next update. So that will be it for the tour of my 3-year-old world. I can't believe it has been that long. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more content like this. We are almost to 10,000 subscribers.